The Analytics section is for you to monitor the performance of the campaigns created and managed by Advigator. Advigator uses this data to perform optimization actions automatically, so you don't need to analyze this data for optimizations except in a few rare cases. If you have just signed up, this section will be empty because we do not show the historical data of external campaigns. However, historical data has been imported, and we'll use it as a starting point to create new campaigns. On the left sidebar, you can filter the marketplace and the product whose data you want to see, or see the combined data for all marketplaces and products. At the top left, you can choose a time range, such as the last month, year-to-date, or a custom range. In the top section, you'll find the totals for this period. Here, you will see daily spending, sales, and ACOS data. Below, other metrics regarding traffic and conversion. Hover your mouse over a metric to highlight it, or if you click it will hide it. If you sell in different countries, you can aggregate the data in your preferred currency. You can change it by going to the top right corner. If there is too little data, reading the graph might be confusing. So you could group the data by week, month, quarter, or year to have fewer bars, making it easier to read. You can also see the data in a table by clicking here. You can also export it to Excel. Scroll to the bottom and click Download. In this tab, you can see the real-time budget consumption and the trend of the past few days. Here, you will see today's data in real time. The bar shows the percentage of the budget used today. If some products are approaching 100%, consider increasing the daily budget. You can view this data at different levels: campaign groups, campaigns, or portfolios. In the History section, you can view the rate at which the budget was used over the past few days. This information is available at the account, marketplace, campaign group, or individual campaign level. If you see that the spending line flattens out, it means that at that time the campaign has stopped because it has run out of budget. If this happens often, consider increasing the daily budget. In this section, you can see the difference between your ACOS and your target ACOS. In the middle of each bar is the target ACOS you chose. The value inside is the actual ACOS. If the actual ACOS is lower or just a bit higher than your target, it will be green, otherwise yellow or red. There may be different reasons why the actual ACOS is higher than the target ACOS. For example, the campaign has too few data points, so the percentage metrics are inaccurate. Or you added custom keywords with a fixed bid or a percentage increase, making the bids per click higher than optimal. Or you have recently increased the target ACOS, which raised the cost per click. Finally, there may be product-related reasons, like a declining conversion rate or promotional price discounts. From the sidebar, you can see data aggregated by different levels, such as by marketplace, campaign group, category, brand, and several more. Here, you can see the search terms that customers use to find your product. To see them, select a product from the sidebar. The data you see is combined from all campaigns in that group, like sponsored products, display, brand, and video. From this table, you want to find irrelevant search terms from which you don't want to receive traffic and exclude them. A useful filter is to select only the match types phrase and broad and the automatic targeting. These search terms may not be relevant. You could also sort them by CTR in ascending order, from lowest to highest. If you find a keyword or word irrelevant to your product, add it as a negative keyword. For example, if you add a word as a negative phrase, you will no longer receive traffic from all search terms that contain that word. Remember, even if you don't exclude irrelevant keywords, Advigator will gradually lower the bids where there are many clicks but zero orders. You will spend less and less until the keyword disappears. It is important not to exclude a term just because it has a high ACOS. Since it generated an order, it is relevant. Advigator will reduce the cost per click, so you will keep receiving orders but at a lower cost. If the ACOS is very high, check that you haven't set a high target ACOS and that there are no custom keywords with a fixed bid or percentage increase. In this section, you see the combination of keyword and search terms. A keyword with phrase and broad match receives traffic from multiple search terms that contain that keyword or have the words in a different order. After you have added a negative keyword, the search terms get crossed out, just like in this example. This means the search term spent money in the past, but won't in the future because you excluded it with a negative keyword. This feature helps you check if you accidentally added negative keywords that block relevant traffic. In products, you can see sales at the ASIN level. These values may be different from those in other campaign-level reports. Here, you can find total orders for advertised products, plus orders for products that might not have been advertised but were purchased after a campaign click. In the placement section, you can see performance for top of search, detail page, and rest of search. You can view individual metrics over time, such as impressions, clicks, or orders. Below, you can also see aggregate data by campaign type. In targeting breadth, you can see how the number of keywords and product targets grows over time. The first tab counts the number of unique search terms from here you received traffic on that day. With the filters below, you can filter only those with clicks or orders. In the second tab, you see the count of search terms divided by their length, such as short tail, mid tail, and long tail. In the last tab, you see the cumulative value over time. This graph grows as soon as you get at least one click that day from a search term that has never appeared before. Here, you can see the performance for each hour of the day. Advigator uses this data to adjust bids per click to spend the budget as efficiently as possible. As you can see from this graph, the cost per click was reduced by Advigator at night and increased during the day.